Hey everyone, got myself an arena stream here. Um, just queue popped pretty quickly. Some pretty familiar faces, except Twanese don't necessarily work. Was thinking that if we didn't get this, then we might try for a fan factions game, but this at least happens. We've got swarmlings in the first seat with a fair track, dwellings, late, big buildings here. Spades in round one. Passing points, but no ship tile, lots of coins in this game. So I think that with late air, well, with neither of the shipping tiles in the game, and the early Earth rewards, and the late workers, and the low scoring, I think it might be a good chance to try these guys out. See if we can get some air cult stuff going late, some Earth cult stuff going late, and maybe some dig bombing can come together this game. So, yeah, I mean, all the resources are in this game. We've got workers, 4 workers on the pass tiles. We've got 2 workers events. We've got all these coins. So even though it's not the highest scoring here, this game is telling us invest into your economy, or like that the resources are there. Ultimately, you could think you don't need that much economy, because the game will provide you with the economy as long as you're playing to it. So you could just take scoring favors as well. We have Fakirs, the other faction that benefits from no shipping tile being in the game. So love that. The Fakirs will take the spade if it comes to them. So the first 2 are going to be big building and spade in some order. The question is just who's going to be in this 4th seat here. I think darklings are a good pick. Hopefully it's not like alchemists. Actually, I'm not sure if they're that great here. Like, I guess late dwellings and round 3 big buildings is good for them. However, it is a very coin rich game, so their advantages might be a little less. Twanties is taking their time thinking of this last pick. I'm not sure if they're here. They might have been like waiting like quite a while. So yeah, if they make a move, then we're gonna get a game. Otherwise, we might just have to search for another game. Yep, this isn't looking great. Yeah, it looks like they're just not here, so that's why I suggested abandoning the game. Give us more time to queue up for the next one. It looks like someone decided to kick them. That's kind of sad, I guess. I don't think that you need to kick um, when someone just clearly isn't even there. You know, like this isn't like someone started a game and abandoned it. Like they just weren't even there. You're not going to get any elo from kicking this player. They don't have any. Yeah, I mean Eddie agrees. Eddie is saying if they're just not like there, then what? If they don't want to play, then just whatever. Which is okay. So someone kicked them. I don't think anyone benefits from that kick. So whatever. Okay, so previously what we were doing was we had both. I'm kind of bummed because that was actually like a pretty fun setup, especially if like. I thought that could have been a fun setup with no ship tile in the game, um, and two of like the other factions in a very like resource-rich game. So we were going to try to get ourselves a fan faction game if we could. This is not the settings that I really want. If I'm going to play non-arena, I want to see if I can get some fan factions going. So we'll see if this table gets any takers. We will requeue arena as well, I guess, just to see like what does wind up happening. I'm assuming that I have three of the same people here. I should restrict this based on karma. Oh, okay, I'm in. I'm into the arena game. So, same deal. We begin again. We got Max this time, so that's great. Max is a very strong player. He was like at the top of the arena pretty recently. It looks like he's still in the 1700s, so he's still like near the top. Okay, so we're picking the third seat this time. Both ship tiles are in the game now, so now I'm much sadder for my idea of picking dwarves in. The TP pass tile is not in this time, and the spade is not in. So, and worker power is also missing. So while there are workers here, it's a lot more worker tight in general. It's like less to me. It's a little less good economically because the spade is a huge one. Worker power is bully as well. TP pass tile is like it prevents some like outside strategies from happening. Like engineers might be able to have like a fun 3 TP round 3, witches get picked in, so we're not putting in engineers. We have witches and darklings. I think halflings provide space for a decent color wheel here because red can get picked into the final seat. We have Max in the final seat. Max likes to put giants into the game, so I could just pick Chaos Magicians now and prevent that from happening. Chaos should have a decent game plan. They can maybe look to get a single spade here, or just like try to send priests to air. Because I think that the most logical color here is brown. And that cultists, I mean, I don't love, but they should be this. Ideally, see halflings here. Nomads is probably nomads or engineers. I think are first outcomes. blue, sandwich blue is not the end of the world. Experience. I will say that sandwich blue makes things very awkward for actually, because they might actually find themselves neighborless early. If it's like swarmlings might just start G6 and like D2 or something. Chaos doesn't want to start E3. Witches will be like E9. Well, I guess if it's D7, but if we start like C4 or something, then typically, or someone speeding up to you, E6 or E7 are both good hexes for brown and green. I mean, being honest, like, I didn't think that much through the chaos. If you don't have a color neighbor, then this late dwellings event should be pretty good. No one's going to hate dig reds that hard. But if it's nomads, or you should not underestimate how bad that can be for Team Red. There are 3 notable economic past tiles. Which has 2 workers on it, also enables strong. It's halflings, which is the thing. Like, basically, this is kind of the matchup that I was hoping to see. If I had seen, and if I had picked halflings, there was a good chance that giants would come in. So I'm a little pleased, a little gaming. It's an early bit on witches. I'm not crazy about that. I like the 40, so let's just bid on darklings and see how everyone else. Everyone else likes witches. I think that's probably. The early air cult rewards are really good. Awful, like, because of there's so many coins in this game. An awful game. Temple early for Earth 1, and then try to stronghold in round 2. Thing is, Chaos Magicians, green being always so awkward about this E7 hex. You never know. Between all this stuff, are witches going to take? Darklings are like high coins one. Take a spade, or I suppose try and take our tiles. Are Chaos Magician priest or 2 workers? One thing that's awkward for Chaos Magicians matchup is, first of all, they don't know if they're getting. But even beyond that, if they take a priest or the big building tile, both of which are very good for chaos, then they don't know that they're going to get the hex. I think that if you get the big building tile, you might hard dig this hex with your first action. Temp ship doesn't like get a thing. That might have been too much on Darklings. I kind of want to. Okay, so people are getting on Darklings. That's good. Darklings are, like we said, Darklings are not getting like one. I think that it should go half the priest, then earth or air, and chaos gets the building tile. So chaos should be able to hard dig this first action. Witches might get temp ship. So that's always a pretty strong opening for witches. Yeah, the question is, do we send the priest to air and to earth if we're halflings? And also, do we get earth 1 blocked? I think that we shouldn't get earth 1 blocked as halflings here. But do we get spade blocked? Like, there's pressure in the fourth seat. Towns are high scoring, but this isn't high scoring. Like, these are scoring events. Dwellings is like okay, especially if you don't have Earth 1. So the bidding here suggests that witches are getting this E7 hex. Center town is very strong for witches. Okay, we got a game. We're just going to start D4. Even if we do lose E7, then we're going to ship around, see what happens. Looks like I might have some bullet setting on. No. Okay. Also, facing expected spots, I want darklings to place here. This is better starting position crown than it is to start the space. So black starting here, also green. Green then has like is G6, so they can't carve through this as easily. Well, this is bad. This is bad because it's very good for our opponents. It also means we're missing out on this. Like, I'm going to start D4, but D7, is a very good leech spot, and now we do lose that as well. So our plan is to dig E7, then make our temple for Earth 1, Earth 2. But if we don't get that, then we will just sanctuary. Max is playing witches. Might choose to block us. We'll see how he decides to play that out. One thing that the power to do here, which I thought about a little bit, was you can take the spade first, then hard dig, then build C3 for a 5 opening. So we're going to see if that's what 7 should be a little less valuable, because C5 offers such good shipping opportunities here. Unfortunately, it is an E7 opening, which I was really hoping against, but I think that this might be the dwelling rush up through here. So we are just going to open Sanctuary then. Halflings shouldn't really let us have the double space. I don't really see any reason why that should happen. This is interesting. If Max takes D4 here, then I am going to get the double spade. And I will take C3. So Max is not going to take this. Max is going to probably go G3 and hope that Halflings take the double spade. I think Halflings might rush Earth 1. So this turns out awkwardly for Max. I think that he's likely to upgrade E9 if he does do something. Because there's no way he's hard digging d5 now. e6 in hopes to get halflings to double dig, but I think that halflings, I'm going to rush Earth 1 here, and I think that halflings will do the same. I think that they're that type of c3. They actually wind up doing, right? Like, there's no guarantee that that's why. Earth 2, Earth. You just saw Earth 1 go, man. You can't now. No, he does take the double spade. Okay. So that sucks. So I'm wondering if we should take coins. Sanctuary. We should just sanctuary to pass first. I'm leaning more toward sanctuary and try to pass first. Because otherwise, Max will pass before us, and he will get d5 in that case. I mean, d5 is not a huge deal, but I'd say that passing first is just important here. And we might get the 7 coins, which would take care of our issue from not having coins here. And we also want the double spade. Like, we really want c3. Next round, our priority is c3, so. I do wonder if witches would just pass here and try to secure double spade next round. No, witches do g3. Okay, so we are getting c3 next round. We're going to take the big coins. No question here. Darklings should use their cult bump, probably on Earth. Which is now able to open next round of the coins action, followed by making their stronghold over here. This mediocre opening by Darklings is a shame, I think. Really nice things. I these workers are lost. Next round, you can look to get coins anyway. Which is right. So you have your coins sorted out with this. So secure those workers so you can make the sanctuary next round, and then go. It's a little slow, but wow, halflings are a pretty priest-heavy game. I thought they'll send it to fire. This is also more for us because obviously we want to win some cults here as chaos magicians, but darklings sending their priest to earth, halflings sending multiple around, and witches opening temple are all bad for us. I have a small question if you're on what to do with my priest, and I think that the answer is that it actually just says now, I could advance shipments, but under threat, and I want a priest to go to air anyway for this round. The economic benefit of building A6 is just that I get down, is that I get a worker one round earlier, but if I just send it to air instead, then I can take care of my priest problem and get me that worker. Darklings should probably just take, yeah. Priest to fire. They could even take the coins here. I don't think taking the coins is terrible. Send it to Earth, which is also fine. There is an Earth Spade later, so if I do get the 2-key town, then sending a priest to the Earth track and trying to take Earth 3 at some point isn't then. But our round is going to open with Spade C3, send priest to air. And then maybe we'll build a bridge to B4. Bridge to B4 can help us to get under possibly. Darklings might put priest or water here. You can play like this the game, but hopefully this. I mean, honestly, I think that the crack favorite here is air 2, but they fire 1 instead, or Earth actually. Earth 2 is Darklings here. But take Earth 2, so Earth call fine. Halfling Sanction early, which I did expect. So it's actually a little interesting. Now makes sense to ship and build B4 early, but I don't know if is just better in respect. Last priest. Which means that my next should probably be to bridge. And then maybe we pass for a priest town. Or pretty decent. Next round I could keep down and then pass. I take the priest. I take VP. So these are all bad things for me. Shipping isn't something that we like to see. That means like a D3 and taking this away. Let's upgrade on the other side. That makes a lot of sense. I think probably come on here to look for a town. Because halflings did this sanctuary, they're going to be a little slower. So our third pass tile, we take temp ship. So the upside to temp ship is that we can build A6. I think next round, ideal plan is B4, A9, TP for the 2-key temp and water, and then temp. So that involves getting a single spade. But 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. We need 15 coins to build 2 dwellings and make the 2-key town. And get this temple. So I could actually go for this, and I could take a double spade. I would have to run well. Build that stuff yet, but the power I think is actually worth it here. Anytime that you can get Stronghold and for Witches for Earth 1 in rounds 1. Take C4, that makes sense. I'm coming up to B4. This is out neighbor town. So depending on if darklings take depending on the spade situation, maybe I beat them to D7 and pretend here, and here. So it's a very, very strong Witches game margin now. I think it's very different if I'm allowed to get double spade in round 1 and halflings, but halflings have done really good stuff here. They're going to be beat round. This actually gives me a cheaper for my TP next. That's great. I do wonder if darklings are going after if they're going to go for water 1 next round. I think that there should be some sort of rush on water 1. I don't know if Witches can afford it, but actually my gut tells me that they can. Do I need to secure double spade? It's not this hex, but they're at the point where they can start advancing digs very soon. But I just have to get my temple going, so halflings correctly pass onto that move. Darklings should coin first. They could grab workers as well. Workers would be good for darklings here. Okay, Max puts a priest to water, so he's lost tempo on if there's one here. Max is probably thinking of undoing this move because he's seen the pressure on water 1. No, he can. Darklings are advancing ship this round. Not actually like looking to do a lot of shooting. I think next we want to get onto a points pass. We can live with just getting onto a coins pass challenge aggressively. Witches get even more leech. It's amazing. This helps balance out halfling's economy a little bit, so I like this. I think witches might single dig f6, followed by hard digging g6 this round. That's what I would probably do here. Is just down. You don't need to make TPs this round, but basically. Those darklings are not prioritized. Witches are going to be able to get it, which is absolutely insane. They're going to fly to A10, so they have 10 pass. This also helps with their leech game. What we could do is instead of taking air 1, we could take fire 2, float A9, then we can advance our ship and build. Oh no, never mind. If we temple here, then we're spending 2 workers, so we'll only have 1 worker anyway. All right, I think air 1 it is. Raise the question of is anyway. Because I have nothing else going for me. I don't have network. Yeah, I don't have much network aspiration here, so. Darklings fodder. I don't like that. Does that mean I need to be worried about C2? I could do priest to worker and just build C2 as well. Let's take this hex. I feel like this hex is pretty important. It lowers our sharing requirements to get to here. And also it's a hex that we've already dug, right? If Darklings triple dig this, it sucks. It shouldn't, but they could. Now fire 2 is back in the question. I didn't lose tempo on water 1 there, just checking, because Darklings, yeah. Witches are going to get water 1 now. That's absolutely disgusting. This should not be happening. This really should not be happening. All Darklings have to do is just take water 1 this round. I mean, I guess I don't know if they're coming after C2, but yeah, Fire 2 is back on the table. Fire 2 gets us a worker later. We're not building any TPs next round, so maybe just grab Air 1 later. Well, target D3, which is very unfortunate for me, so I'm not getting another town either. God, Darklings, why? Why is everyone I'll take this. Witches are trying to figure out if they want to make this temple now, because darklings clearly aren't making a temple anymore, so they can just pass get a coins action. They can pass a coins action and then still temple for one, and then make it down, and then make a sanctuary. But as I said, I do think that they need to start this temple. But I mean, like the fact that darklings haven't cut witches off here, like darklings not starting G5, not anything with this E10 dwelling. Like just start. Witches will decide to make extra TPs this round. That seems fine. Let's see. I think what we do here is we can buy the workers and then build 6A9. We'll outlast our. Oh, never mind. We're getting this pass tile, so I think that's the play. Yeah, we'll advance our ship, and then we'll hit this. We have a cult spade coming in, and unfortunately, darklings took like the one that we wanted. This is so frustrating. This game. Halflings should be able to with coins, so we've lost that option. Darklings are going to build B3A8 next round, so I'm going to have to open next round by B9, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Let's leave ourselves room to take 3 leech. If we buy the advanced ship and then build D6, but coins left to build this anyway, so that's not good. This is just the 2 workers that we would want anyway, so this is what we need to do anyway. Let's assume that we can get 3 leech as well. This allows reach. On B. There's a chance that I get a town through here if darklings are indeed building B3 like I think they are. A9, A6 next round, and then maybe we'll look to. Yeah, I'm in all sorts of trouble here. So that darklings are doing that badly, they're not. Witches did finally single dig F6. God, witches not be getting this town. This is just wrong. Yeah, this was. I mean, darklings obviously wanted this for a reason, but this was a very bad break for me as well. Everything is bad. We did predict think that they're probably going to build A8 next. We are, of course, going to cut them off. Like, well, we should never let darklings connect here. They might come after D6 after that, but I'll just advance ship and see if I can beat them there. They can't advance ship like this unless they take a double spade or something. Witches are going to put their cult spade here. Halflings are going to put their cult spade here. So they're all going to be happy. Darklings don't build A8, they build C1. Because I'm not coming down here anytime soon. Probably just buy there. They're they need to advance their digs. They've got some cults already. Yeah, they buy a priest, so you get the coins here instead. We don't then get the coins. Okay. So this is the ship round. This is our dwelling round. We're going to build A9, A6, D6, D7 this round, hopefully. Those are our dreams. And that would also actually enable us to hit A12 as well. Darklings E4 this round. They need, and then maybe like F7. And then honestly, I wouldn't mind just passing for maybe Temple for Water 1. So my plan is to be E4, F7, or make Temple for Water 1. Upgrade E10. Take Water 1. Which is, if they take Water 1, then you just leave that hex floating. Then you grab E4, F7, and then turn this into 1 instead. Well, that's what darklings actually do. Max just grabs G6, makes a lot of sense. Max does need to get D5 this round, and then probably make a sanctuary. So we could see something like Fly Sanctuary. Though I think that Max also wants to get his landscape down this game, so he might not need it. He has crushing network as is. Halflings do have a good economy, but I suppose halflings have good cult economy as well. So maybe I shouldn't be so quick. Witches are crushing it. Not crushing it is Team Chaos Magicians. Definitely. Darklings dug themselves into this dug/ship hole, and now they can't figure out what to do. Would love it if they played a little faster. They just dig F7 and give Witches Leech. I mean, they need that hex anyway. Maybe I think that will probably just try to play a fast round. Yeah, life got really, really sad when Witches dug this first action, and then Darklings took this hex. It's just really bad, this game. It's a bad, sad game. Because we're not getting any leech, so we're not going to have this double spade these two things. We're going to need to hard dig them down, or we're going to have this tile or something. One of these two. It's not going to be a very good one. Like, darklings presumably are going to have a faster round than me, so there's no way I'm getting G2 at this rate. Witches get a double spade, which is just insane. They're going to get D5, H8 here. They might temple for water 1 and then double spade. Because why not? They just secure the double spade right away. Oh, God. It is... This is ridiculous. Whatever. You know what? Whatever. I just really want Godog to play faster at this point. This game, like the arc of this game, seems fairly clear at this point. I do finally take that hex. Wasn't under any threat, but still, it's the correct thing to do. Halflings have nothing, so E8 is relatively safe. I could go E8, I7, I5, G5, E3 to hit some hexes late in the game. Let's not count those chickens just yet, because we are going to be playing quite a slow game here. Waiting with bated breath on D5 here. I think a priest probably goes onto the Earth Cult here. Until Darklings show that they can close this cult, I should bully them a little bit. That puts me in position for like an Earth 3 air type of grab, or even Earth 3 fire 3 type of grab. I can probably float A12. I should probably just make a TP here, because I do have the workers right now. So it's probably a little better for me to just make a TP on A6 as opposed to building A12. D6, D6. I mean, I will have 12. Well, no, not if I invest into a TP here. I'm thinking that I actually can hard dig down these two dwellings and make two TPs theoretically just with workers. God, why are you playing so slow, dude? Just pass. Just pass. If you're not taking water 1, just pass here. Take the shit VP tile again. Okay, there we go. Betty now grabs G6 or G2, G4, and then honestly, I think that I11 was pretty defensible there. Just take that hex away. You have so many workers. Let's start doing our stuff. This. We should wonder, are we past the point where there's no... Are we at the point where there's no chance of us beating halflings? Because if we are at that point, then... like, that affects the place where we should send our priest, right? And what favor tiles we should target for the rest of the game. Whatever. Our style is our style. We're never going to become the type who is just rushing cults this early. Like an Air 1, Air 3 grab seems appealing, but we have a town that we can carve next round, so we're just not going to think too hard about that. That leech is fairly welcome. It's a lot of leech to take at this point, but we're taking what we can get now. We're going to try not to be hypocrites, and we're going to play quickly. If we send a Priest of Fire, that will give us a whack, and it also puts us in position to just like finish up that cult. We can always put the Priest to Earth next round. It doesn't look that crowded right now, depending on what Witches do. Witches might make their Sanctuary for Water 1 now, or Air 1 even. I wouldn't think it crazy for Witches to temple for a Sanctuary for Air 1 for the points. We do have a bit of a coins issue if we actually want to make this town next round. The truth is we probably just aren't going to make a town there next round. I'm obviously just feeling a little. Yeah, halflings decided to play very nice witches. This is absolutely wild. Do you want this hex? I mean, like, this gives witches a lot of leech, but that's, like, not really a consideration at this point. We gotta take what we can get. Beggars can't be choosers. Max 2 workers. This definitely helps the Sanctuary Dreams. Max will outlast us, I think. So that's a Max sent Priest to Water, just wants to win the Water Cult. That seems fine. We can send a... So, the one nice thing here about sending a Priest off to the Earth Cult is that it cycles our power nicely, so then we actually can go TP Dwelling. TP Dwelling is kind of what I want. Because, I mean, we don't have Air 1, so probably the right thing to do is just make Dwellings next round instead. Halflings just pass. I think witches are going to make this Sanctuary, so can I afford to greed this out right now? Well, halflings should clearly take this. They're thinking a lot, but they should very obviously be taking the 7 coins. Or they take 10th ship so that they can prioritize connection next round. I mean, it seems okay, but I think that they have the economy that just taking this, advancing their ship manually is better. Okay, so we have a chance to advance our economy a little bit here. Can we possibly outlast witches? If witches do want their sanctuary, then we are outlasting them, I think. See what happens with this. Okay, so we're outlasting witches. We're getting on their pass tile, and that's quite nice. Unless they take water 2, but they're going to take water 1, or air 1. They've kicked their landscape aside for now, but they don't really need it. Yeah, they take air 1, which makes a lot of sense. Oh wait, there's no outlasting witches. Witches want this. Oh shit, well that sucks. How does this affect our dreams? I guess we should note that halflings getting onto temp ship does mean that our dreams of shipping and getting I-7 are over. That's their connection hex, and they're going to make a third town here. So yeah, maybe we just have to dream of 3-towning over here instead. Can we afford to give witches instead? They might prefer this instead. This is good for us because it's a few points. How much does it benefit our economy to stay in this round? Like, we're really just sending a priest off to, like, the fire cult. That doesn't do much. Yeah. Okay, let's put it this way. We can hope to get some leech and be able to spade this. I think our priest goes to the earth cult right now. Being able to take earth 3 at least. Eddie is going to take fire 2, this tells me. I don't have the means to respond right now with a TP. So this is another reason why sending priest to fire could have been good. It was a worker and it avoided this situation. But alas, now we're here. Odds are that we don't get an 8-pointer. I think witches are taking an 8-pointer here. Witches might get their landscape yet this game. They could take a coin town, temple for water 1, and then still make this. Yeah, they do take the 8-pointer. So air 1, air 3 becomes really good for me now. Just hope that darklings build D8 soon. Build D8, then maybe temple for water 1 or fire 2. But that would give me the leech that I desperately crave. So again, maybe hard digging is just better because I don't have the coins for this. How goofy is it if I advance digs twice and then try to dig out... Oh, even 3 is not enough, huh? Yeah, so I think that we're going to see a play at 3 towns in the town round from halflings here. Very cool stuff. This is a real bummer for our final arena game of the season. Like, this is a good chance of being our last arena game. And we're going to probably just come in 4th here. We get this, which is a nice boon to our chances of getting spade. But again, we can't actually use double spade currently. Or like, again, if we use double spade currently, then we're going to do workers to coins anyway. There's fire 2. I think this will be a coin town and a worker town. Actually, it could just be 2 workers towns. They've got all the coins right now. They do take a coin town. Will they take a workers town? Or maybe the 8-pointer. 8-pointer after closing this cult is a little underwhelming, but priest town's not bad either. They need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 workers for this. They take so they're going to grab the workers action. I think this is our cue to just place a priest on this cult and then close this cult. Buddy, what are you doing? Take a workers town. There's the workers town. Come on. Nope, they still take another coin town. Okay. Okay. I think maybe we do this. We can't just win the Earth cult here. And I don't think that sounds bad. Like at this point, we're not beating halflings. We're not beating witches. Can we beat darklings? Maybe, but it requires winning this cult. So actually, the coin towns could have been good for me. So it is a bummer that went away. Witches can definitely... Witches are considering templing here for Fire 2 instead of making a TP. Or templing for Water 1, right? That's still fine. Yeah, they can afford Water 1, then make this. But they just make the TP. That's a less greedy option, which I think makes sense. I do think that upgrades are coming over here, so I am going to be like a little... there's the 8-pointer, so they can close this at any time now. Our point situation is so bad. It's so bad. Why are you upgrading down there, dude? I guess Max can't take power, but I also can't take power. Oh my god. Okay. I really think halfling is big enough by taking the coins there. They really, really could have made another town this round, as far as I can see. again, we can start through this, but I think fairly obviously we don't want to. Witches are now prepared to pass at any time. I would think that their next actions are going to be stall actions, so they probably want to buy a priest, then advance their ship, then close out the water cult. I would think that those are witch-like actions to take. Oh god, he's going to buy the priest first. Yeah, water first, okay. Puts him in better position to buy the priest. I believe this is what this is. So I think that priest is coming. Oh no, the flight is coming next. Okay, fine, whatever. Yeah, he's basically thinking there's no way that he wants to have a fast round, so. There's fire too. And this might be a priest town, I guess. Yeah, it should just be a priest town. Oh god, I'm tempted to kick this player. We have Heroic Logic as a new follower. Hello, Heroic Logic. How are you? Thank you for following. Max is going to maybe temple for Air 3 here, but I'm pretty tempted to temple for Air 3. For Air 1, Air 3, rather. We'll see how Max plays this. He did set himself up with enough coins to temple here, and I think that Air 3 is worth quite a lot of points, so I would really not be shocked to see Air 1, Air 3 from Max, because I think that is what I'm going to do now. Well, honestly, I mean, the guy could have just templed for Water 1. That's, like, it would have been 3 points, which is, I mean, this is like 4 points, but it's also like more points down the line, you know? It's at least 6 points, but this long think, I think, could mean Air 3 is coming. Heroic Logic, welcome, welcome. Happy to have you. Okay, Heroic, Max is looking to make up this third town, which I had forgotten that Max does need to focus on that, so that's my bad. We will grab Air 1, Air 3. That'll make us feel a little better about our sad lives. Darklings do need to give us a little bit of leech, so I don't know how much we care at this moment. That'll give us 5 power, so that's cool. Do we down convert here? I think we do. Okay, so what's the argument for not down converting? We can double spade, then just secure these 2 hexes. Or double spade and just put up 1 TP. Nah. Let's do it this way. So we don't get the town this round. We'll just get the town next round. We'll save our power for coins. Let's build A9. Max might TP on A10 and give us some leech. Darklings take a power town. Actually, okay, no, we can get this town now. You're used to seeing fan factions these days, so it's nice to see OG factions on base map. Yeah, I mean, this is still the arena settings, you know, so that's what we're continuing to do here. Halflings are a little bit short of making this town this round. They need 5 workers. Oh, no, they have 5 workers. Yeah, they have exactly 5 workers. Okay. I still don't like their choice to take the coin town over the workers town, because they need to put 6 power into workers. I don't know if we want the... I think we do a worker to a coin here, and then we take a power town. I'm thinking about like this situation over here, but yeah. Darklings will be passing very soon now. But I'm not in position to pass for their tile, so it looks like halflings it looks like halflings are going to get Darklings tile. Let's not think too hard about it right now. I don't know why they took the power town. That should have been a priest town. They use it to advance their shipping, but okay, max passes. Get some air 1 points. And next round is the dwellings round, and we really don't have spots to build dwellings, so that's great. We'll do a worker to a coin. Then I think I hard dig down, or then I build A9. Okay. So we'll do a worker to a coin for this. Then we'll take a power town. Because I think that my only hope of doing anything this game now is to look for a bridge town here. Because I just don't have spots to build dwellings anymore. Next round is the dwellings round, but I can only build like 2 or 3. Godog somehow doesn't know what bonus card he wants. I mean, it's right there, dude. It's right there. Both these players not taking Water 1 is very interesting to me. I would have played it very differently, but of course I'm also just getting crushed here. So, oh, hey, I'm getting a pass tile next round. That's awesome. Didn't expect that type of boon, so love that. Love to see that. Don't love to see halflings getting a pass tile, even though they're really greedy line, but I mean, good for them as well. So, okay, we're going to do what we said, which was down convert and make a town. We mentioned taking a power town here. Does anyone want a bridge next round? No one should want a bridge, so. Max is asking, is it okay to watch or is that cheating at this point? So I think that we just build A9 and then hope to float the bridge next round. Like what I could have done is I could have hard dug C5 and then built the bridge here, but you know what? Actually, maybe that is what I'll do. I'll just hard dig and put a bridge up and then see what happens, right? No, because darklings don't have anything better to do. That's the issue. We'll hard dig down B6. We won't take the bridge, but we will just leave our hex there, and we'll see what happens. This undo is killing me. It absolutely kills my laptop whenever I do an undo or anything, or anyone does an undo. Okay. So we'll have 3 spots to build dwellings on next round, if darklings allow it. We'll have B1, C3, and A9. I don't think witches should dig A9, so I think that one's safe. Darklings have the opportunity to meddle witches on I6 here. Witches do need to get to 3 shipping, so I guess they don't need to build that many more structures either. They might build like 2 dwellings. So I guess witches next round is B5, build this, advance ship 3 times, then maybe build another. Then maybe make 2 temples and like dig down their landscape or something. Okay. We could grab the bridge now, but why do that before we secure C5? So I think that this has got to be the ship town. It's going to be more points. The question is, can we use those workers? Let's see. If we do need to do a hard dig, then the workers are very useful. But I'm going to say we don't need the hard dig. It's going to be 2 more points at the minimum. It could be up to like 3 more points. It could be up to 5 more points if like the last town that's remaining that's good is like a ship town or something. I guess the 11 pointer's always got to be better than the ship town, but maybe we'll just have resources left over and then we'll want to do the ship town or something. So this is fine. Okay. So we actually ran down our clock that time, but I think that that's fine. So halflings took that move as a stall move, which is interesting. They also took a ship town, which I don't really get. All right, we're going to go to the bathroom real quick. It actually occurs to me that it's not the best idea to go to the bathroom when I have so little time left on my timer. It could become my turn very quickly. Maybe we'll make a trip later, but maybe we won't. So darklings do have the ability to meddle with C5 right now, but they just build H2, which seems fine. They actually have the opportunity to make a third town down here, which I think is pretty cool, admittedly. You're not used to seeing all the power towns taken. Yeah, it's a little unusual in that sense. Like, I actually do need some more resources, even just to build out my stuff, which is, my like this should be a high scoring game for me because I have these scoring favors, but it's not what's happening so far. Halflings are going to come after H3, but they're not going to get it because darklings are right there, right? Oh, you think halflings took they wanted their cult spade. I see. Yeah, that makes sense, Ghostly. That's a good observation. Um, I still don't think it's very good. like, right? Like that's just not very good, but whatever. Um, like they're very much in contention for winning this game, so yeah, they do lose H3 to Darklings though. That was foreseeable. Uh, we will secure a bridge. No one cares to block us. Our next move is TP A12. Then we're going to secure this hex if we can. Then we'll TP here, and then we'll build this, and that'll probably be the game. So they're, like, let's say that witches take the 11 pointer, which they very, very well could. All right, let's count our resources. We need 6 coins to build these, and then we need 6 coins plus that's 10 coins. We have 8 right now. We need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 workers. So we need 16 stuff. We actually have 16 stuff, even excluding the priests. So I think this is actually a decline, weirdly enough. I don't know if you guys all followed that goofy logic there, but I actually don't think that I'm supposed to take that leech. Because I can just do 2 workers to 2 coins. I even have enough priests to do a hard dig if Darklings meddle like a little bit. Darklings are just looking to build stuff now. Seems fine. Okay. Now we're going to take our bathroom break now that we have a full timer. So what's happened here? Um, which is oh they don't have fire too. I see. So they still need to make another TP. Um, they templed. I see. So they're going to TP for their town. Seems fine. We're going to decline that leech again, I guess. We're going to secure our hexes because these are worth a lot of points to us. Witches need to buy a priest here, actually. If they don't buy a priest, they don't connect. Oh, wait, they do. They only need 2 shipping. I see. Because they got D5. This Fire 2 actually turned out to be pretty good. Because by the time that I had a TP left up for Air 1, I actually had Air 1. And I'm going to get A9 now. Like, I didn't wind up having to build A9, and I actually managed to go this whole game without needing A9, so. Are darklings getting a 3rd town here? Is that possible? If they had made this TP expensively, I think that they might have a 3rd town. But maybe they have that anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They need 11 coins. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 workers. They get a 2 for 1. They actually have that. And they're going to get it. I'm going to give it to them. I guess the case for taking these 2 for 1s is that I could have had enough to build a 4th TP. The 4th TP is worth 3 4 points. I would lose 1 resource point, but I think it's too late for that now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stuff. Yeah, the priest town is also gone. Oh, I guess the case for taking those 2 leeches was actually I could take the 11 pointer and still advance ship. So, what I missed out on. Am I going to 3 ship? So probably not anymore. At this point, probably not. Because once I do this, like basically, if I had taken that leech, then the real upside is that I could have taken the 11 pointer and still advanced ship. But maybe I can take the this town and still advance ship as well. But that seems quite a lot worse. Quite a bit worse. So I need to spend 3 of these anyway. Let's just take the 11 pointer. So one thing that we should think about here is it better to build this dwelling? Or could it be better to advance ship than build this dwelling, is what I'm thinking of now. And I'm leaning, my gut tells me that it is better to do that. Because darklings, they're capped on network. This is worth 4 points to me. So it would be 4 plus 1 resource point is 5. Versus advanced ship is 7 points, right? Man, I really effed up by not taking that leech. Because I could have paid 2 points for, well, I guess it's really just 2 more points, because I would have this. It would be a net of 2 points from getting this, I guess, so it's not that big a deal. Halflings don't have cheap digs left, so they just took a gray hex. So they're stuck at 14. So that's where their game will end. Wait, halflings are stuck at 14 network? Okay, never mind. Then this dwelling obviously is better. This dwelling is obviously better than that. Yeah. Almost advanced ship there. That was a close call. I mean, Darklings did manage to squeeze out this town, so that is pretty cool for them. Um, Max obviously has won this game. Max will only have 3 stuff left on his board, so he's winning network outright. I think that Max should be able to get a single dig on this hex with some leech. So he declined getting. Yeah, he can make this bump. Single dig this. Or something. I mean, I'm not concerned about Witch's game, is my point. I'm a little more competitive with halflings than I anticipated that I would be. They have the stuff right now for like another temple, or I guess they could just like slowly dig. They could just dig, right? Dig away Witch's single dig hexes or something. They temple for water 3. Seems bad, dude. I have 3 priests. What do you think I'm gonna do with 3 priests? This is a mistake. I think halflings should undo this move. This temple at best can be like 3 points, but I am just gonna this temple is a 1-point temple, right? We were already tied here. They could have had 3 points just by digging. So yeah, this is a mistake from our friend. We are just going to send 3 priests to the cult here, because we have nothing else to do with our priests. If we had taken those 2-for-1s, then we would be advancing our ship, but we didn't, so... And Darklings actually get a worse town because of this as well, so it was definitely the right thing to take the 11-pointer there. Yeah, I mean, this was a huge mistake by halflings. It might... Does it have implications on this game's outcome? That might be too much to say, but... Yeah, this was a massive mistake by halflings. Yeah, Max is realizing that he also made a mistake by declining some leech. Wow, this is also a good break for me that halflings went up the air track, because I think that halflings might have forgotten that they get points for... Max is saying that he made a mistake and that he actually can't get out this next dwelling. And I was actually kind of wondering the same thing, because it doesn't look like he actually has that. Also, halflings going at the air track when witches have this is just so obviously wrong as well. So this turns out to be a 0-point water 2 that might cost halflings the game. We're going to see if that actually is the case. It is nice that Darklings didn't disrupt us. They totally could have and just bombed our game, and they might have just beaten us. This town, for 7 points, might not have been entirely worth it compared to just like securing 3rd place, but I appreciate what they did. Witches are going to get themselves a point on Darklings with this priest. Or they can just advance ship. Actually, this is almost certainly just a ship advance for Witches. So halflings are going to get to 126 with a dig, or just pass with the resource point. So that's 126 plus 8, 134. we're going to pass for 9, so 129. Do we have halflings by 9 points on 5 points on the cults? That's an important question. 10, 12, 14. We have 20 points on the cults. So I think we have halflings then. We're passing for 9, right? Yeah. And we're not beating witches. Witches are too far ahead, but Max saying that it's still enough points. I agree. I do agree with that. So let's say I take those 2-for-1s correctly. I lose 2 points against halflings here, and I lose 2 points, period. But I get 4 points from the ship advance, and I lose 2 points on the cults because I don't send my priest there. I get 4 points back from the ship advance plus 3. So if I lose by like 3, then oh my god, I threw the game, guys. I threw the game by not taking those 2-for-1s. Because if I take those 2-for-1s, then I can advance my ship instead of sending priests to water, and it is enough for the game. Wow. The moral of the story is just always take the 2-for-1s when you have ways to make points. So I will say that darklings, like, I wasn't a fan of them. We lose an elo point despite losing to one of the top players because I guess players don't have a lot of elo. Well, you know what? It's complaining about this game. I think that we got a lot of bad breaks, and we still managed to almost win. And it was actually by our own mistake. So 2 things. One of them is that maybe our breaks weren't the worst, because darklings did come up here. Now, that enabled this town, and darklings also didn't dig up the rest of our hexes. So I guess that's a decent point. However, I think that there's enough to be said that I think that there was enough to be said about darklings not starting G5. That was really a bummer for us. Like, darklings starting G5 just means that witches straight up win, right? Like, there's no way that witches can win if they don't get this town, or like the witches are forced to do something like this. Ghostly, yes, thank you for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks everyone for watching. I think that this was like a pretty interesting game, despite all my complaining. Like, it wound up being quite close. I think, like, I said this and I stick by it. I think halflings really butchered their game by not taking the workers town. I also will say that I'm not crazy about the fact that halflings built their sanctuary in round 2. They could have waited till round 4 for water 1, and in that case they have a better economy. Like, it seemed like halflings were crushing it, but they ended with a TP and a dwelling missing on their board. Like, they ended with the same stuff as me. Given that I had to double dig for my first hex, and I ended round 2 with 2 structures, this is a real letdown for halflings, I think. I don't think that they should have shipped more aggressively, but they should have, like, taken I6 or something. Like, they could have really done something very differently this game, and I'm a little sad that, like, 160 is still a very strong score. That would have been 140 in like a regular game, but I think that it's disappointing given what they could have done. And starting with a workers town instead of a coin town. Like, they ended with 3 coins. There's no way that should have happened. So let's take a look here. Let's see. We got 1 coins actions and 3 double spades. Normally, you don't need this many spades as Chaos Magicians, I think. Normally, you actually prefer to get single spades so that you can, like, you know, I would have loved, for example, this game to get single spades to carve through here. my original game plan was to hard dig this, but that obviously didn't wind up quite happening the way that we had planned. We got victory point favors. We got like this is real shameful. I think I had 5 points here, plus 5 points in the town round, plus 6 points from dwellings, plus 1 TP and a TP round maybe early. So yeah, that is not the way, guys. This is not the way. But we did make up for it here. We actually had better passing points than I expected. We prioritized them only in the last 2 rounds, but we also got those 4 points just trivially from starting on the Stronghold Sanctuary tile. We got 3 towns, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, if I had managed to up this a little bit and up this a little bit, then that could easily have been the game. However, there was enough spaces where, obviously Max made some errors as well. I made some errors. It's not like anyone played a perfect game here. I'm pretty satisfied with this outcome. It's better than I had been hoping for, given how the early game went. So thank you everyone here for watching, for chatting. I think hopefully it was an enjoyable stream despite everything. So I will see you all next time. See ya.